Right, scarlet color. Scarlet color because scarlet goes back to red. This beast would be ruled by Edomites, and is a known fact that Rome was ruled by who we know today as so-called white people. You can't dispute that, can be disputed. That is a fact. That is a well-known fact. Okay? Rome was ruled by so-called white people, as we know today. Right? And then it was taken down by the so-called Negroes, or the Israelites, which would be the prophecy in that Revelation, the 20th chapter. One of the heads wounded unto death. Oh, no, that Revelation 13. Revelation 20 prophesies that it would Revelation 20 prophesies that Satan would be loose bound up. Alright, Satan would be bound up in prison for 1,000 years. And in the Roman Empire, or the Byzantine Empire, or the Dark Ages, we type up on the internet how long the Dark Ages ruled for. Basically 1,000 years, fulfilling the prophecy of Revelation 20. It says, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. What we just read in Daniel, did we just read that it had 10 horns? The beast in Daniel, the 7th chapter. Did we read that it had 10 horns? Yes, we read that. It's the same beast. It's the same beast. They're no different. It's the same beast. The Edomites. The Edomites. And in these 10 horns, which branched off today and became like 20 something different nations in the NATO and in the EU, it started off with the 7 heads, the 10 horns, but it branched off and became bigger. You gotta tell yourself to go hide the prophecy. But the Most High put the Spirit on the men of the Lord to understand all things. In these 10 horns, right, there are strong nations and there are weaker nations. Partly strong and partly broken. And in these 10 horns, they always have rift with each other. Look, the other day Donald Trump come out and he say, he had to start to talk to these different NATO nations because they ain't spending as much money as America on the military. You understand? Because these are partly strong, partly broken, iron mixed with miry clay. It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, meaning the woman was very rich, very wealthy, decked royal like a royalty. And America is the most powerful country in the world, militarily, financially, so forth and so on. But America, what the scripture said, the woman rides the beast, not so? No. Last verse. Verse 18. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. What is the most powerful country on the earth? United States. Didn't we see that? Reign over the kings of the earth. Right? So that America. And what America does? It sits on top of the beast. Meaning it rules the beast. Meaning it tells the beast what to do. These different countries who America have power over, like Luxembourg, the Turkeys. The other day it had a big deal with Erdogan taking weapons from Russia, and they was talking about that, how the hell he could take weapons from Russia, and he's a part of NATO. America had a problem with that, and America don't like that, and they could tell Turkey something about that, because that is the whore that sits on top of the beast. But that also shows miry clay. They don't cleave to each other. You understand? They don't cleave to each other. I do what I want. You know why? Because kingdom divided against itself shall not stand. And the Egyptian will be against the Egyptian. Scriptures prophesy and say that. The scriptures. Not the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, none of them things. The Bible says that. Okay? Going on. Right. 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 So I'm gonna read 7 heads and 10 horns, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. The influence of the United States spread across the four corners of the earth. That is a clear fact. Clear fact. Right? So, this is why NATO and the EU get all this power to govern the world. Because it's prophecy. It's not them put themselves there. It's Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai put them there. Okay? Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai put them there. And Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai want to bring them down. Period, point blank. They're not going to rule forever. They're going to be brought down. They're going to be brought down. Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai going to bring them down. Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai put them up there. So, I feel, I will end it off there. And hopefully, you've been edified. Till the next time, I will say Shalom. Barakatah Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. Shalom.